if I told you the hottest interior design trends for 2026 are actually from your grandparents' house? No, seriously. In 2026, the past isn't just coming back, it's becoming the future. Welcome back, guys. I'm Blake from Built by Becker, and we're here to talk about real design for real homes. I've been building and remodeling for over 15 years, and I'm gonna tell you something. The design world is having a serious case of nostalgia right now. But here's the difference. We're talking all those classic features our parents and grandparents loved, and we're upgrading them with modern technology and sustainable materials. It's the best of both worlds. It's quite brilliant. Today, I'm breaking down 10 biggest interior design trends that are going to dominate in 2026. We're leaving behind all the paint your walls beige trends. This video is about actual design features that blend vintage aesthetics with cutting edge technology and sustainability. Whether you're planning a renovation or you just love design, you need to know what's coming next. Before we jump in, quick heads up. If you're planning or designing any kind of renovation project in 2026, you're gonna need the right tools to make the right decisions. And that's exactly why I created the Design Starter Kit. Inside, you get an AI design specialist that's trained with all my years of experience on projects. It answers your specific questions 24/7. And you also get pro kitchen template, bathroom template, and the complete do-it-yourself checklist. The room makeover planner is an added bonus. Everything you need to design with confidence instead of guessing. The link is in the description and I pinned it to the comments. All right, now let's get to these trends. Trend number 1, the return of 70s conversation pits, but a little modern. Let me paint a picture for you. It's 1972, you walk into someone's living room and right in the middle of the floor, there's a sunken seating area, built-in couches, floor cushions, everyone sitting lower than the rest of the room, facing each other in a circle. That's a conversation pit. And yes, they are coming back. Now, before you roll your eyes at me, hear me out. The original conversation pit, built in the 50s through the 70s, were designed by architects, and the most famous project featured these iconic conversation pits that people still talk about today. Now, fast forward to 2026, and we're seeing them adapted for modern open concept homes. Instead of that massive sunken pit that required excavating and foundation work, designers are creating conversation corners using modular furniture arranged in a circular or U-shaped layout. Same concept, way less construction. Now, why is this trending? Because after years of everyone scattered across giant open floor plans, one person at the island, someone else on their phone in the corner, people want spaces that actually force you to interact. Face-to-face seating, intimate gathering spots. The conversation pit does that naturally. You can add a light version without demo by just arranging your sectional and chairs to face inward. Or if you're building new or doing a major renovation, you could actually build in the sunken seating with smart textiles and modern cushions that don't look like your aunt's shag carpet from 1974. The key is to make it feel intentional, not dated. Think clean lines, neutral upholstery with pops of color, and proper lighting. Done right, a modern conversation pit becomes the coolest feature in your home. Done wrong, and you're living in a time capsule. So get it right. Trend number 2, future deco. Art Deco, the 1920s Gatsby's era. Gold accents, geometric patterns, chevron designs, jewel tones, glossy lacquered finishes, glamorous, luxurious, over the top. And it's all coming back in 2026. But instead of using traditional materials that were environmentally questionable, think chrome, brass, exotic woods. We're seeing future deco use sustainable alternatives. Recycled metals, reclaimed wood with Art Deco inspired inlays, eco-friendly lacquers, low VOC finishes. The aesthetic is pure 1920s elegance, but the execution, it's very 2026. Why do people love this? Because it feels opulent without being wasteful. You get that luxury high-end look, but you're not destroying the planet to get it. Plus, after years of gray minimalism, people are craving drama and personality again. Art Deco delivers in those spaces. If you want to incorporate this trend without going full Great Gatsby, start small. A geometric wallpaper on an accent wall, brass lighting fixtures, a jewel-toned velvet chair, marble or stone with strong veining that mimics the Art Deco aesthetic. Layer those elements and you've got future deco without the full renovation. Just don't overdo it. Art Deco can go from glamorous to Las Vegas casino really fast if you're not careful. Trust me, I've seen it happen. Trend number 3, the Victorian Un-Kitchen. Okay, This one's gonna divide people. The Victorian Un-Kitchen is all about making your kitchen look less like a kitchen and more like a cozy, warm living space. How? Well, first thing, hiding all your appliances. Picture a Victorian era home. Kitchens were often tucked away, separate from the main living areas. Everything was concealed behind cabinetry or in pantries. The room had warmth, wood furniture, open shelving with decorative dishes, no stainless steel screaming, "Look at me, I'm an appliance." Now, in 2026, we're seeing designers bring back that approach by integrating appliances behind custom cabinetry, and there's nothing new with that. Your fridge, panel ready, hidden behind wood cabinetry fronts, and your dishwasher, same thing. Even the ranges are getting covered up with decorative hoods that make it look more like furniture than kitchen equipment. The soft kitchen trend, that's been gaining traction. It ties into this too. Less stainless steel, more wood, texture, open shelving with vintage dishes and glassware. It's meant to feel like a room that you want to spend time in, not a sterile cooking lab. Now, does this work for everyone? Absolutely not. If you're someone who loves your professional grade Viking range and wants it on full display, this trend is not for you. But if you're tired of your kitchen looking like a showroom and you want something warmer and more lived in, the Un-Kitchen makes a lot of sense. Now, I know what you're gonna say because I mentioned the word open shelving. And yes, you have heard me say numerous times, open shelving is out. But in this particular trend, that would be a reason to have open shelving with these beautiful dishwares displayed. So, I don't want to see it in the comments. Thank you. Trend number 4, 60s space age style. In the 1960s, space age aesthetic. Chrome everything, curvy futuristic furniture, bright white, metallic accents, lots of plastic and acrylic. Think Jetsons meets mid-century modern. And yes, it's coming back, but upgraded. The 60s were obsessed with the future. The space race was happening, technology was booming, and interior design reflected that optimism. Future furniture had smooth flowing curves, materials were sleek and shiny, everything felt forward thinking. Now we're seeing that same aesthetic, but with modern, smart textiles and sustainable materials. Instead of petroleum-based plastics, designers are using recycled acrylics from bio-based polymers. Chrome finishes are coming back, but with improved durability and eco-friendly plating processes. The curves are back too, baby! After years of sharp, angular minimalistic furniture, we're seeing kidney-shaped sectionals, round dining tables, arched headboards, curved kitchen islands. It softens spaces and it makes rooms feel more inviting. Want to incorporate this? Start with one statement piece. A curved sofa in a bold color, a sculptural chrome floor lamp, an acrylic coffee table. Pair it with softer, neutral elements so it doesn't feel like you're living in a spaceship. Balance is key. And please, for the love of all that is holy, don't do an all-white space-aged room. You will hate cleaning it within a week. Ask me how I know. Trend number 5, 50s pastel bathrooms versus future spa. Remember those pastel bathrooms from the 1950s? Pink tiles, mint green sinks, baby blue tubs. Your grandmother's house probably had one. For decades, people ripped those out as fast as they possibly could because, well, they felt dated and tacky. Plot twist, they're coming back. But in a very specific modern upgrade. The 50s pastel aesthetic is being combined with high-tech spa features to create what I'm calling future spa. You get that nostalgic, cozy, colorful vibe from the pastels, but you're pairing it with heated floors, smart mirrors, anti-fog and lighting controls, rainfall shower heads, with even chromotherapy lighting systems. Why does this work? Because after years of cold, all-white, minimalistic bathrooms that feel like hospital rooms, people want color, personality, but they also want modern comfort and technology. So you get that soft pink subway tile with a digital shower system, mint green vanity with a backlit smart mirror, baby blue walls with underfloor heating and Japanese style soaking tub. It's that grandma's house but bougie aesthetic, and people are eating it up. If you're designing a bathroom in 2026, consider incorporating a soft pastel color as your base and layering in high-tech features that improve functionality. It gives you the warmth and character of vintage design with the convenience of modern living. Just pick your pastel carefully. Some shades like Pepto-Bismol pink or weird 1990s seafoam green are still gonna look dated no matter what you pair them with. Go for softer, muted versions. Think dusty rose instead of hot pink, sage green instead of neon lime. I think you get the idea. Trend number 6, maximalism. Okay, this is the fun one. 80s maximalism. Oh yes, I mean neon colors, bold patterns, geometric prints, animal prints, oversized art, layered textures, all of it. After a decade of boring beige and gray, design is finally getting fun again. Now, before you panic, let me clarify. 2026 version of an 80s maximalism is a lot more refined than what your parents had in their living room. We're not talking about full Miami Vice neon everywhere. We're talking strategic pops of bold color, careful curated patterns, and mixing textures in a way that feels intentional, not chaotic. The color palette is shifting from those harsh neon brights to richer, more sophisticated tones, deep electric blues, rich purples, warm terracotta, jewel tones like emerald and burgundy, and yes, even strategic neon accents used as focal points, hot pink artwork, lime green pillows, bright yellow lighting. Patterns are back too. Large scale florals, bold geometric prints, animal prints like leopard and zebra used as statement pieces. But the key is balance. You're not wallpapering every surface. You're choosing one or two bold elements and letting them shine against the neutral backgrounds. Why is this trending? Because people are tired of playing it safe. After years of resale value dictating every design choice, homeowners are finally saying, you know what? Forget that. I'm gonna make my space reflect my personality. And maximalism lets you do that. The 80s taught us that more is more. The 2020s taught us that sometimes less is just boring. And 2026 is about finding that middle ground where your space feels alive and personal without looking like a clown threw up in there. Trend number 7, dark academia. For the home office, dark academia, rich wood tones, leather furniture, floor-to-ceiling bookshelves, vintage desk lamps, moody paint colors, traditional craftsmanship. Basically the classic old library vibe where you imagine someone in a tweed jacket reading by a fireplace. This aesthetic will be absolutely taking over home offices in 2026. Why, you ask? Because remote working isn't going anywhere. People are realizing that the home office needs to feel inspiring, not just a sad corporate cubicle. Dark academia creates intellectual, sophisticated atmosphere that actually makes you want to sit down and work. Deep green or navy walls, built-in bookshelves filled with actual books. It's a crazy concept, I know. A heavy wooden desk, a leather chair, a brass desk lamp, maybe some framed botanical prints or vintage maps. The beauty of this trend is that it's timeless. You're not chasing a trending aesthetic that'll look dated in 3 years. You're creating a space that feels permanent, substantial, and personally meaningful. Trend number 8. Terazzo floors. Terazzo, if you didn't know what it is, this is the floor or countertop with chips of marble, quartz, or glass embedded in the concrete or epoxy, then polished to a smooth speckled surface. It's been around since the 1500s in Venice and had a huge moment in the 1950s and 70s. Now it's back in a big way. Why is Terazzo trending in 2026? A few reasons. First, it's sustainable. Terazzo uses leftover stone fragments that would otherwise be waste. Second, it's incredibly durable. Properly installed, Terazzo can last 50 years. Third, it adds instant visual interest without being overwhelming. But here's what the difference is now versus the Terazzo your school probably had. Modern versions come in a way more sophisticated color palette. Instead of that industrial look with big random chunks, designers are creating custom Terazzo with specific aggregates and colors that match the overall design scheme. You're seeing Terazzo floors in entryways, kitchens, and bathrooms. Terazzo countertops in kitchens. Even Terazzo tiles on walls as a statement backsplash. And with modern epoxy systems, installation is easier and more forgiving than traditional cement-based Terazzo. But remember, Terazzo has a very specific aesthetic. It works beautifully in mid-century modern, contemporary, and industrial spaces. It does not work well in traditional farmhouse or rustic designs. Know your style before you commit. Can anyone count how many times I said Terazzo? Let's get into trend number 9, invisible tech. Here's a paradox for you. Technology is better than ever, but people want to see it less. Welcome to invisible tech, or the analog return. The idea is simple. Integrates all your smart home tech, speakers, screens, charging stations, security cameras, but hide them so your space doesn't look like a Best Buy. At the same time, bring back visible analog elements like vinyl records, physical books, wooden furniture, and vintage decor. Why? Because people are exhausted by screens. We are on our phones all day. We are on our computers all day, and we watch TV all night. And the last thing we want our home looking like is a tech showroom. So designers are finding creative ways to hide tech while celebrating analog, tangible objects. So this trend isn't going anywhere. Does this mean we're giving up on modern convenience? No, absolutely not. Your home is still smart. You still have great sound, excellence, and connectivity. All the tech you need, it's just not visually dominating your space. Here we go, guys. Number 10, 1990s glass blocks. All right, this is the last one. And this one might be the most controversial on the list. Glass blocks are coming back. Yes, those translucent bricks from the 1980s and 90s that everyone ripped out because, well, they felt dated. They're making a comeback. And honestly, when they're done right, they do look incredible. Glass blocks, sometimes called glass bricks, are hollow, translucent blocks that let light shine through while providing privacy and structure. They were huge in the 80s and 90s for shower enclosures, room dividers, and exterior windows. Then everyone hated them for about 20 years. Now, they're cool again. And why? Because they solve a very modern problem. How do you divide a space in an open floor plan without blocking all the light? Glass blocks create that separation while still allowing light to flow through. They add visual interest and texture, and with modern installation techniques, they're actually looking sophisticated instead of dated. You're seeing glass blocks used to divide small apartments, create privacy in bathrooms without making them feel cave-like. They add architectural interest to stairwells, and even create accent walls in commercial spaces. The key to making glass blocks work in 2026 is keeping everything else clean and modern. If you pair glass blocks with 90s brass fixtures and floral wallpaper, yeah, it's gonna look like a time capsule. But if you pair them with modern minimalistic design, matte black fixtures, and clean lines, beautiful. So there you have it, 10 interior design trends for 2026 that prove the past is really becoming the future. The theme here is clear. People are tired of boring, safe, minimalistic design that has no personality. They want spaces that feel warm, lived in, and reflect who they are. And these trends, they let you do that exactly. Now, you tell me, what do you think? If you found this to be helpful, make sure to grab that design starter kit from the description, especially if you're planning a project in 2026. And if you haven't subscribed yet, why not? Hit that button. We got a lot more videos coming here this year. And once again, as always, thank you for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.